Today is the day. In this episode, we are going to be completing the Frozen Fortress at long last. I believe this project was started on episode 12. It is now episode 29. Well, it might be 30. I might have to make a filler episode for you guys between this one and the last one so that you guys have something to watch. But as it currently stands, this will be episode 29. What we need to do in this episode, finish up the back of the mountains so that they look more complete, finish up the Frozen Fortress, build another ice dragon, connect the Frozen Fortress down to the custom portal room. That's all we have to do left with this project until I can call it complete. Now, I am going to be coming back here later to finish the entirety of the back mountains, not just the tops here so that the whole project looks complete from the inside. But at some point, I want to bring them all the way down to the ocean floor. And then once they're complete, I will probably have an ice dragon curling around that peak, like holding onto it, because I would do that ice dragon in this episode along with the one we're going to be having flying around this area. But I feel like that dragon should wait until the back of the mountains are complete. Because if you want to go examine it, you're going to see that the back of the mountains aren't fully complete. But again, that's just a completely optional step, completing all of the mountains in the back. That it's not necessary for the completion. It's just another add-on thing that I want to do for, I don't know why. I just want to do it. So let's get into it. I think what I'm going to be doing first is finishing up the back of the mountains here. And so if you guys missed it, basically all I'm doing to the back of the mountains is, because from some angles you can see that the peaks aren't completely round and they don't go all the way around, I'm just going to start like here, like I'll start like around here, and I'll just finish up the peak. And basically all this is going to do is it's going to make it look like, for example, if I'm standing here, you can see that peak isn't complete. So I'm just fixing up that so that the back mountains look complete from the inside. So yeah, it shouldn't take that long. I am kind of upset that I'm back working at the mountains. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do this for the rest of this build project, but hey, we all do things we don't want to do. So just like that, just to kind of finish it up, so now, even if you're, like, over there, you'll be able to see, okay, that peak looks complete. And it's not going to be perfect. There might still be some little gaps where you'll be able to see through, but it should be fine. It should not be that big a deal. Like, already, that looks more complete, just that peak right there. You just need to kind of round it off, you know. So yeah, later in this video, we're going to be doing a mega montage where we finish a lot of the last remaining bit of progress we have until this project is complete. So I'm just going to do the smaller, more tedious jobs here before we get into the big finale. We'll probably have a whole nother stage later on in the season where we'll come back here and we'll do another few episodes of work. Like maybe after we finish the Wither Volcano, we can come back here because there's some other things I want to add. I want to add custom glaciers. I want to add an ice ship docked at the entrance here. I want to add another ice dragon. I want to finish the back mountains completely. And I also had this really cool idea to give the island a more magical feel to it. Like, out from underneath the mountains here, we could have giant ice spikes coming up, you know, like it almost looks like an ice crown holding up the mountains, if that makes sense, instead of just the little ring we have around the bottom of the mountains. I feel like that could be something cooler. That did practically nothing to change the fact that it still looks incomplete. If you get high enough up, it looks even worse because you can clearly see that it's not finished. Oh, I should have just finished these now. I should have just finished the mountains when I had the chance. My least favorite thing about the ice dragon is that the angles in which it looks best are from angles like this, where you're never gonna be standing here to see the ice dragon, but then you go in front and it looks like nothing, honestly. It doesn't look like a dragon when you're in the front. I hope this doesn't turn into a repeat of the Sacred Isle where I'm like, yeah, just a warning, guys. This next video might take a week or two to come out, and then I spend a month and a half making the video. That is actually what happened when I finished the Sacred Isle, I'm not kidding. That's how bad I was at estimating how much work I had to do. The part of the project that I thought would take a week, maybe a week and a half, 2 if I'm unlucky, took almost a month on its own. It was just ridiculous. I think it's okay for now. I mean, some of the peaks look more rounded off. I kind of did it with that one, but it's kind of hard to make it look rounded off because it's a rather flat kind of mountain, if that makes sense. Like it's more flat than all of these other rounded ones around it. Like, it's more of, like, flat on this side, if that makes sense, and then, like, chunkier on the sides. It's almost rectangular shaped, I guess. So just because of that, I don't think I'll be able to make it look very, well, rounded off. One thing I could do, I could work on the entrance for this. Yeah, I'll do that for a bit. I feel like jumping into the final build montage this early on in the episode is not going to give it the epic climactic feel that it should have. Just think, guys, we're going to actually be able to come back here and do more work after we finish the Frozen Fortress. I'm going to stop ignoring the Wither Volcano afterwards. Well, not immediately afterwards, because there's some things I want to do before getting into another build project, but soon after, we'll stop ignoring it. So this should be enough. I don't think I'll need that. They can spawn up there. Not once. In the past year I have been playing hardcore Minecraft, have I seen anything spawn on top of the portals. Ow! You can do damage. Oh. Okay, we're gonna name tag you. You can just chill up here. You can chill up here. I'll think of a name later. If you guys have name suggestions, let me know. You stay here. You're not following me. Please don't. I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing for this. The basic idea is to just bring the hallway, like, back here, and then it'll turn and go up here, and then it'll enter the Frozen Fortress somewhere around here. That's, like, that's the goal, basically. Sorry for the weird face cam lighting right now, but there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm not waiting any longer to record, because if I do, I'm gonna end up procrastinating for like 7 hours. I guess first things first, I'll just do something like this, and then, like, I don't know, this. Sure. I want to change that to a slab, though. There, that looks better. Also, very random, but I believe the face cam angle is going to be changing in this episode at some point. For a second time. Yes, it's going to be happening. So, if you guys notice that, that's why. It's probably going to happen during the final montage, based on the rate I'm building this at, so you see a random camera angle switch at the end of the episode, or in the middle of the episode, rather. That's why. Yeah, it'll probably be like a staircase that goes up into the back of the Frozen Fortress here, and then it'll come back, it'll turn here and come back down this way. I don't know how I'm going to design this hallway. I'll probably use Prismarine or something, but that'll come later. There we go. I think all the walls are done now. I just have to put in the ceiling here, which is just going to be more stairs, which I'll need to make more of. And then I'll just whip out the sponges and drain it all real quick. I don't know where my sponges are, though. I forgot where I put them. Oh, wait, no, I think they're in one of the... They're in one of the shulker boxes I have over here, I'm pretty sure. Which means I have to look through every single goddamn one. Never mind, they're in here. Okay. I guess we're not going to have to look through every one of them. There we go. And just put some torches down. But yeah, we have this thing up here. I can't tell if my head's catching. I don't think it is. I think that's fine. Except, this needs to change. Definitely. I think one thing I want to do, I want to get 2 polar bears to the fortress. You heard that right. I want to get 2 polar bears over there, and I'm going to keep them in the kind of valley with the fortress. I think I want to do that, and hope they don't fall in with the guardians and die or something. I'm going to name one, I think it's pronounced Calic, because there was a polar bear in a book I read once named Calic. It was something like that anyways. There was another bear in that series called Takwick, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm honestly not sure, but I know those were the names, so we're gonna name them. Sure. The only frozen ocean biome I know of is out near the pillager outpost. So I guess we'll bring them back to spawn from here somehow, using boats or something, and then we'll bring them through the nether to the frozen fortress. And then I'm gonna tie them down at the fortress until the project is complete, so they don't fall into the guardians and die. Well, they wouldn't die, but I'd likely die trying to rescue them. Aha! 2 polar bears. Perfect. Hey, fellas, you're not gonna be angry at me, are you? Uh-oh. Yeah, this is an issue. Alright, we won't take you. That one has a cub, too. You don't have a cub, right? Yeah, screw those other guys. I think this guy over here doesn't have a cub either? Yeah. Alright, come here, you fiend. Where are you? Come here, buddy. Come here. You're not angry at me, right? Okay, good. Come on. Why is he drifting like that? Come here. Alright, you two. You guys are gonna be the best of friends now. Actually, you're not just best of friends, you guys are siblings now. Because in the book I read, Calic and Tackwick were siblings. So, you guys are brother and sister now. I don't understand why they drift like that. What is going on? What happened there? What are you doing? What is happening? How did this happen? Okay. What is going on with the leads? What did you guys do? What did you guys do? Now, I know tropical islands aren't really your guys' thing, but where we're going, you're gonna like it, okay? That is if you keep moving. Can you jump? Thank you. It's not that hard. I believe in you guys. One in. What are you stuck on? What could you possibly be stuck on? Going in? Okay. Now we have 2 polar bears in the nether. Really not a good mix, but it's whatever. Wait, there's one missing. How did a lead disappear? I mean, I'll get another one, but, like, why? Where did it go? Alright, come on, you two. Now we gotta run for, like, 1,000 blocks, so... yeah. Ah, here we are. At long last. Uh-oh. We've got this guy. You guys still need to give me your name suggestions. But, I don't want you going through the portal. I want you to stay. Now come through the portal. Go through the portal. There we go. There we go. No. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Okay, we're fine. We're literally fine. Alright, so, just come with me. We're just gonna... yeah. There we go. You guys are literally fine. Welcome to your new home. I have spent... It's a block. Jump? Can you guys jump? Do you know how to do that? I would hope so. What? What is wrong with you? Just jump. Literally, just jump. Do I need to make a staircase for you guys? I think they see the snow layers and think they can just walk up. Just please jump, for the love of gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jump. Yay. Here we go. Oh my god. I'll just tie you guys down to this tree. There you guys go. So now we have Tackwick and Calic here. Our 2 polar bear friends that we are not going to breed because they're siblings. And that would be kind of fucked up. So I started my little speech before the final build montage of this project started. And I was really into the moment. I was being so cool and hot and handsome. And then this happened. I'm sorry if this video took a while to come out. But I hope you guys enjoy what you're about to see and enjoy this final build montage. Cut the music. It's fucking Gerald. Gerald's back! What? Are you kidding me? It was gonna be such an epic moment, and then it was completely ruined by Harold here showing up. For those of you guys who don't know, back in Season 3 of Hardcore, when I was finishing up the Sacred Isle, or when I was building it, 2 chickens randomly spawned in the water, and I named them Gerald and Harold. But way back in episode 1 of this Hardcore world, Gerald appeared in the middle of the ocean when we were just boating around. But unfortunately, in one of the episodes, I don't even remember which one, Gerald despawned. He just vanished into thin air. But now, Harold has returned in Hardcore Season 3. Gerald might be gone forever now, but Harold is back. You have no idea how long I've been keeping my eyes on the ocean. Okay, yeah, you just stay down there. Gerald is canonically dead in this world. But Harold, this is like 4 new pets we have acquired in this single video. So yeah, let's get back to the regular scheduled programming. But now, with all of that out of the way, I think it is time for us to get into the final building montage here at the Frozen Fortress. It has been a long time coming from the first moment I came up with this idea over a year ago now. until we finally began work on the project in November of last year in Season 3, only to die and have to be reset to the beginning in a new world. But through all of that, we are finally here. This is very, very reminiscent of when I completed the Sacred Isle. This is so similar, I'm literally getting deja vu. It was the exact same thing. One final build montage. One mega montage to finish off a great build project. It has been a very long journey, but it's time to finish it all. Holy shit, everyone. The Frozen Fortress is finally complete. It has been... I don't actually know how long it's been. 3 months since we started the build project in this world, and 6 months since I first started building it in the Season 3 world, and it's been over a year since I first came up with the idea, but it's finally finished. For the most part. I didn't actually get around to finishing the interior because I want this video out at a decent time for you guys, and I noticed that the interior is going to take a lot longer to finish than I thought because, as you can see, it's very big, and I didn't want to spend, well, ages on this video. What I did do is over here in the mountains, I made this little ice cave. I could probably improve it, but just a little cave for our nether portal, and I don't actually know if it's linked up or not. I didn't really check. So the first thing we did was finish off that ice dragon up there in the sky, and it wasn't that bad. It really was not that bad to build. Since my first one, I got the hang of dragon building, I guess, because that did not take long at all to finish up. I'm going to switch the shaders up here because my PC is making noises I do not like. But yeah, the Frozen Fortress itself, I think looks really nice. If I come back here, you're going to see, I love the backside. The backside of the fortress looks really well done, in my opinion. Unlike the Castle of the Sacred Isle, because, you know, I actually put effort into this one. But yeah, apart from the stuff we added when we finished the dragon, I added this little platform here, which connects to, it's like separated with this thing, which goes from this, which is supposed to be closed off with black concrete, but I missed this entrance. It brings you up to the platform the ice dragon is standing on. And then to the left, we have this platform, which is just to fill up space. And it's like right by the big back room here. And then along the side, we have this platform and then a little wall, which goes up to a little tiny walkway. And then along the side, we have this nice water feature. We have some windows too. But again, I didn't finish the interior of the fortress. That'll have to come probably next episode, which it's going to be annoying after finishing this episode. It's going to be like, all right, time to come finish the project again. But, you know, the interior, I do want to finish. And my biggest regret for this build is not finishing the back of the mountains earlier. I think I should have just finished the back of the mountains way earlier, because I really wanted to be able to, like, fly way out over here and see the, like, from this angle, it would look so cool if the mountains were fully finished, but because I didn't finish up the back, or at least bring the mountains further along the backside, it just didn't, I can't get that angle now because of that. So you guys let me know what you think, and also let me know if you guys think this is better than the Sacred Isle. Not nearly as many people were there to watch the final steps of the Sacred Isle. Like, most of you guys probably didn't watch Season 3, which is fine, because Season 3 was pretty shitty, because I was not good at making content back then. But, honestly, in my opinion, I think I like the Sacred Isle more. But it's also just because this doesn't... It's kind of underwhelming. This build isn't as grand and cool as I thought it would be. And I think the reason I say that is because I've been around these mountains so long that it just feels like normal terrain. Like, to me, it's at a point where the only part that feels special is the fortress. And the fortress isn't, like, super awesome. I mean, it looks good in my opinion, but it's not as grand as I had thought, I guess. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's at a point for me where it just feels like I built a fortress and 2 ice dragons on some island, because I'm so used to the custom mountains. But I bet to people who haven't seen the project so far, I bet this seems amazing with the mountains and everything. So for now, we're leaving this as is. I assume that in the oncoming months, I'll come back here occasionally to add a few things, like finish up the back of the mountains, add an ice boat out front, maybe build an ice dragon up there when the back of the mountains is finished. And also for you purists, I'll turn off the shaders for a little bit so you guys can see it without shaders. But none of the extra stuff that I plan to add in the future is necessary for this build to be complete, in my opinion. So I think I'm fine with letting this project be for a while. Taking a small break, working on other things, starting more work on the Wither Volcano, things like that. We'll do the interior. We'll probably do the interior next episode. I think the interior is something that should be completed ASAP, so maybe next episode I can quickly crank it out. Oh yeah, and one last thing. Our magma cube friend is gone. I don't know where he went. Last time I saw him, he was on the edge of the island there. So my guess is that when he jumped into the water, he fell beneath the ice in the island, so he drowned. But our polar bears and Harold are still fine. And I'm actually going to release the polar bears because they can't fall into the guardian pit, you know. But Harold, he'll stay here for now until I find something else to do with them. But yeah, I think it's time we end this episode here. It has been a crazy amount of progress done. I had to cut out so much of the build process because there wasn't enough time in the montage to keep everything in. So I'm sorry if the montage felt a little rushed, but it's time to end the episode. So thank you all for watching this episode of Minecraft Hardcore. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to let me know, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from the series and content similar to this. See you guys next time.